Hello, everybody. My name is Todd, and you are joining me here on the CINCILINGUA membership program. And as you probably know, CINCILINGUA is a language institute. We are located in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the Midwestern region of the United States of America. And it's a pleasure to have you with me here today as we continue with our lessons on idiomatic expressions, idioms, English idioms. And we are going to just move right on into our first idiom here for this lesson video. And that idiom is a phrasal verb. I mentioned in our first lesson that a phrasal verb is a verb with at least one preposition following that verb. And phrasal verbs are a type of an idiom. Okay, so that's all we say about that right now. But this idiom, to look up, means to find information in a dictionary, a book, a directory, or on the internet. To find information in a dictionary, book, directory, or on the internet. So you're doing some research of some kind. You're looking up information. Okay. And we have an example sentence here. And this example sentence says, he is looking up the address of the restaurant where he is meeting his friends. He is looking up the address of the restaurant where he is meeting his friends. So he's doing some research because he needs this information. And here it looks like he's looking it up on his smartphone. He's looking it up on the internet. Okay, now this particular idiom uses a verb, and it is a regular verb. Now, that verb is look. That's the base form of the verb. Looked is our simple past form. It has that ed ending, as all of our regular verbs do in the simple past form. And it also has that ed ending in the past participle form, as all our regular verbs do. So our regular verbs, the simple past form has that ed ending, and the past participle has that same ed ending, and the pronunciation is the same. The spelling and the pronunciation is the same. Look, looked, looked. Our next idiom is quite a few. Quite a few means many, a lot of, several. Many, a lot of, several, quite a few, quite a few. There are quite a few people in that picture. Example, Dollywood uses quite a few umbrellas as decorations in the spring. Dollywood uses quite a few umbrellas as decorations in the spring. So in that picture, you have quite a few umbrellas with quite a few colors. All right. Now, our next idiom, or idioms, related idioms, to get in or to get on. To get in or to get on. Both of these mean to enter or board a vehicle. To enter or board a vehicle. Again, these are phrasal verbs. But what's interesting here is that it will depend on the vehicle that you are entering or boarding that will determine if you use to get in or to get on. And that's what this note is showing us. The note says we get in cars and taxis. We get in cars and taxis, but we get on a bus, we get on a boat, we get on an airplane, we get on a train, we get on a horse, we get on a bicycle, and we get on other types of transportation. Okay, so to get in, to get on, they both mean to enter or board a vehicle, but which of those two you use will depend on the particular vehicle that you are entering. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we have an example here. The passengers are getting on the airplane. The passengers are getting on the airplane. This verb get is a very common verb in English, and it is used in many phrasal verbs. Okay, it's used in different ways. It is an irregular verb, and the base form is get. Simple past form is got. And in American English, the past participle form is gotten. Get, got, gotten. However, in British English, they will typically use the past participle got. Okay, so in British English, the past participle is different in American English than it is in British English. Another thing to keep in mind. But we say get, got, gotten here in the United States. Okay. Another example, he is getting in the taxi. He is getting in the taxi. So you get on an airplane, you get in a taxi. Okay. Now, this next idiom is actually the opposite of what we just looked at. And this is to get out of, or to get off. To get out of or to get off. And this means to exit a vehicle, to exit a vehicle. And again, we have this interesting fact that the one that we will use to get out of or to get off will depend upon the particular vehicle that we are getting out, that we are exiting. Okay, so the note here reminds us of that. We get out of cars and taxis. We get out of cars and taxis, but we get off a bus. We get off a boat. We get off an airplane. We get off a train. We get off a horse. We get off a bicycle. And we get off some other types of transportation. Okay? All right. And we have an example here. She is getting out of the car. She is getting out of the car. Another example, the captain just got off the boat a few minutes ago. The captain just got off the boat a few minutes ago. So you get out of a car, you get off a boat, right? It's the particular vehicle that makes the difference. That makes the difference. Okay, so we have looked at 4 more idioms here. And the first one that we looked at was this phrasal verb to look up. To look up is used like if you're doing some kind of research, you want information. So the information you want to find is in maybe a dictionary or a directory or the internet. Well, you look up that information in the dictionary, or you look up that information on the internet. Okay, that's where you find it. And to find it, you have to look it up. Okay, quite a few means several, many. Okay, means several, many, quite a few. So there are quite a few people in the restaurant. It's very crowded here tonight. There are quite a few people here. All right, and then we have these phrasal verbs to get in, to get on, to get in, to get on. Refers to entering a vehicle. And again, for example, you get in a taxi, you get in a car. But you get on a boat, you get on a train, you get on an airplane. Okay, so Susan got on her bicycle and rode to the store. Susan got on her bicycle and rode to the store. Susan got in her car and drove to the store. Susan got in her car and drove to the store. To get out of and to get off are the opposite. They mean to exit a vehicle, to exit a vehicle. So you get out of a taxi, you get out of a car, but you get off an airplane, you get off a horse, you get off a bicycle. When she arrived at the store, she got off her bicycle. When she arrived at the store, she got out of her car. Got it? Okay, very good. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. And I, again, am going to wish you a wonderful remainder of your day. I'm going to thank you for your attention and your attendance. And I am very much looking forward to seeing you here again with me next time. And so I say goodbye for now from Cincinnati, Ohio, the CINCILINGUA Language Institute, and I thank you once again.